Okay. All right, here we go. Ready?
Commence.
I'm gonna read the. Can I get an intro? Can you talk about it or something first? Like, what am I doing? What am I reading? You know, set it up. Set the fucking page. Be professional.
We're multimedia here.
All right. This is a
not in a sultry Kenny Omega way. For those who didn't hear, what am I about to read?
The opening scene of our movie.
One of the movie ideas. I'm kind of combining a few of them. So
all right.
Oh man!
Let the man clear his throat.
Oh shit!
All right.
All right. Here we go. So this is not necessarily like in script form, as much as like it was like random thought mixed in with like descriptive, direction.
Yeah, stream of consciousness.
There we go.
Thing.
Downpouring rain, the rhythmic sound of windshield wipers, the orange glow of a street light shining in. He's anxious, rolling a joint to help the indeterminate wait. He's waiting in a parking lot of a small mountain town motel. Not a desirable location, but he's not the one calling the shots. Car pulls in right behind him. Bright headlights beam in, causing him to shade his eyes. Fucking asshole, he muttered to himself, joint dangling out of the corner of his mouth. His annoyance turns into suspicion the longer the headlights stay on. He looks over at the suitcase in his passenger seat, waits a beat, gets out of the car. As he emerges from the car, holding his hands out like he's trying to signal that he's there in peace, also trying to get him to dim the lights. Hey! Kill the lights, man! He suggests. Nothing. Yo! Turn the goddamn lights off! You look sketchy as fuck! Nothing. Now his annoyance is turning to anger. He starts to make his way towards the driver's side of the vehicle. If you want your shit! He starts to exclaim. But just then, the lights go out. Before he could take 2 more steps, the lights turn back on, temporarily blinding him. Hey, fuck you, man! He yells, blocking his eyes, but still moving towards the car. A gunshot rings out, followed by 2 more, each striking him. He drops to the ground, rain mixing with the blood leaving his wounds. The driver gets out slowly. The rain and light make it difficult to see any sort of details. He's just a shadowy figure, moving slowly towards the shot man. The figure places their foot on the neck of the shot man, applying more pressure and more pressure as the bloody man struggles. After a short period, he becomes lifeless, and the figure then moves towards the dead man's car. They grab the suitcase from the front seat. As the figure's vehicle drives away, in the background, you see a vehicle on fire.
I've seen all good people turn their heads each day so sad.
So the screen would go to black there, and then this would lead to a montage of like the Mount Loop and everything of like the scenery leading up to like the introduction of our main characters. Hey. So then this is going, and it's like you can see like a little stream, and like birds fly off of a, all B-roll shot,
Yes.
and you just let this shit ride out for the entirety of the song in the theater. And then when you end up getting to a car, and it turns out this is the song in the car that's playing.
Yes.
So you can make it in the background while the characters talk.
Yes.
Because they're picking someone up. And then you just have, like, the character go off about how great this song is. How it's, like, the most underrated song ever. And all that stuff. And they have a chatty conversation.
To you.
And then they move on to... They're all getting together to go rummage, like, estate sailing and rummage sales.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Great.
The fruit. And the fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute.
The fruit and the fruit.
So the movie's gonna be kind of like it's gonna be like if we're really gonna, if it's something that we would really make take the time to actually write, I'm not saying we're gonna make it, but if we're gonna write it, it should encompass everything that is like everything that's about us, so it should be funny. It should have music. It should have scares. It should have conspiracies. It should have everything.
Yes.
It's like the Jordan Peele movies.
There's like a crazy... One of the kids is crazy and believes in all the conspiracies.
Right, exactly. But you like the Jordan Peele movies.
But then he's right about one of them at the end.
Boom, the Masons.
Yeah, the Mason.
But no, you have like Jordan Peele's movies. They're all there's humor in them. There's scares. It's like it's him. He's speaking to you through the material.
Right.
And I feel like when it comes to with us, I felt like it hit me when I was reading this after I wrote it, and I was like I could picture it as the driver's driving away from the back windshield, you see the car on fire, and then like it can get like blurry because it's rainy out, and then it just gets like black screen, and then you just hit I seen all good people,
because you have that tension build up too. You got the rain falling and the fire,
you got all
and then and the dramatic tunes,
and then you just fucking go right into I seen all good people, which I mean I feel like a doctor's reflexes test on your knee and you kick. Like when you hear the opening to that song, it's jarring. Almost impossible to not be like, yes! Yes!
It's such a pivot from no matter what you're doing in life, as soon as this song comes on, you go, whoa!
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
And we've talked about using this song in a movie before.
Right.
Because it's the right song to use.
Right. And before the joke was that it was going to be at like the opening credit, like they're not the opening credits, the ending credits.
Right. After something really horrific or sad.
Right. But I thought what would be better is to make the audience sit through the entire fucking song in the beginning of the movie, because they're not going to, you know what I mean? It's opening credits.
Yes.
They're going to be waiting for it. So they're going to subconsciously be soaking in this song while they see all the B-roll.
I wonder how much they charge.
I that's going to be on like Steven or Martin when they decide to direct the film.
Right.
JJ, yeah, they got the money.
It's not going to be enough, really.
No.
I mean,
so can you add clips to this new board?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to need you to get Unc Shine's I'm going to do you like that dog.
Oh, God. I like that. Most of what he says, I have got a transition here.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, yeah. For when you guys fuck up.
Wow.
And then, what is this? Oh, yeah. Clapping.
Oh,
I got the clapping.
That should happen
I
a
was
lot.
very
yeah.
I felt like that was good. That just like all poured out of me when I wrote it. It came really fast. Is what I mean. It was like I could see it. And I'm like
a song,
but it was like a neat opening.
It was way better when you said it.
Yeah.
Like when I just read it, I was like, I don't know.
Right.
I can't really tell.
Well, no, that's why I was like really waiting to read it for you guys, because you know what I mean. Because don't know how to write scripts or you know what I mean. Like most of my shit, anything I've written like TV wise, has been just dialogue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
well, no,
sounded really
like
good in
my sitcom that I
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
back in the day, which I feel like we should do a reading of someday.
That'd be great. I mean, I think we're gonna get this deal with the local theater.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe in like 40 years you'll get this. There'll be some, movie maker that wants to like say hello to you in the back. But yeah, hopefully this turns into something.
You just gotta keep on it.
Here, I forgot this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
There we go.
Oh, there you go for a dud. You do that ironically as a.
Here's a fun one.
Jesus Christ! Shut up.
Nick Michelle's watching the press conference for the UFC, the one that we just watched. Burger. He goes, Colby Covington. He just says Colby, but Colby Covington looks like a Mark Wahlberg starring in the AEW movie.
That's funny. Wow.
Who's that guy?
Colby Covington?
Oh, that's the douche.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
jumper dude.
He's like, I got this candy bar. I'm not gonna eat it till I win.
No. That's Michael Chandler.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
there's a few douchebags.
Covington is a little more douchey than.
Yeah, Chandler wasn't that bad.
No, he was only kind of douchey.
He was the main reason.
The other guy's super douchey. He's my favorite. That's who I have my money on.
because he wasn't like he shouldn't have been fighting the guy for the title, right?
Right, he's sort of Chandler.
Because Chandler's thing is like,
I keep saying Chandler, like
Friends.
Friends, yeah.
well, no, because it's not. It's Chandler.
Is it Chandler?
Well,
It
yeah.
always sounds like an SH. It always sounds like an S. A sh.
That's just because you're drunk all the time.
And your hearing gets slurred.
Chandler.
I wasn't drunk when I was a kid 9 years old watching Friends.
Sure.
I was drunk when I was a kid 11 watching Friends.
No, Michael Chandler's thing. He just seems it's very like a phony, like a TV character. He plays. He's like playing this like good guy. I'm not saying he's not a good guy, but it's a very. I just can't explain it. It's too white meat. It's too white meat.
Yeah, it's like.
And
So it's like somebody trying to convince you that they're a
Colby
good guy.
Covington is doing the opposite. Colby Covington is playing like the ultra bad guy,
Yeah, he's being
the
Ric Flair.
Make America Great Again.
Honestly, I can't remember any of these guys' names.
Well, you never seen Colby fight.
Yeah. I
Colby
saw
Covington. You've seen Chandler. I don't think you've seen Gaethje fight. So Chandler and Gaethje are fighting each other. You've seen Rose and Wei Li fight each other. That was the women's fight when we did the live stream.
Yeah.
The bald chick versus the Chinese chick.
Uh-huh. That was cool.
They're fighting again. And then the main event is Kamaru Usman, who you've seen fight.
Usman's really good.
Usman's fighting Covington again.
Ooh.
Those two fought before.
Yeah, didn't Usman win?
Yeah, he broke his jaw.
I remember like the last fight, wasn't it like the arm like went over Usman's head and then he just
Oh yeah, the Masvidal. He
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he,
wrecked Masvidal.
yeah. I guess we didn't do. Which one did we do? We did Chandler Oliveira on pay-per-view. We did a Twitch stream for it. Yeah. So was that not Rose and Wei Li, or was Rose? No, Rose and Wei Li was with Usman and Masvidal. So we didn't stream that one.
Yeah, it was before that one.
The one we did the one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chandler and Oliveira, and then there was another. Nate Diaz. No, I don't remember who else was on that fight.
I
So
don't
the
remember
night
either.
you were crying at the end.
Well, I was high on mushrooms. So then I cried at the fight because he won. And then I was happy for him because he won. And then we were listening to Jewel and Tracy Chapman. And then I was crying
Oh, and
again.
then he played
God.
fucking Linger by
Oh, there
Cranberries.
it
That's
is.
the one
Yep.
that set it off.
Yep.
You know what's funny too is because like
yeah, that's about putting your finger in someone's butt.
Linger.
Yeah, I'm wrapped around your finger and you linger
Oh, come on.
in there.
disgusting. Don't try to pervert that song.
You know what's
That's what
funny
it
though? It's
was
like
about.
because
I
like
don't- I
you
can't-
think like you, I don't know why, but
She's dead.
You instinctively like think of it as like almost like a love song,
Yeah.
and I think it might be, but not in the way of like a lovey-dovey song. If you really listen to
No.
the words,
It's,
have you ever? Because I remember looking because
it's more like
I
being
remember becoming
raptured.
I remember becoming pretty like enamored with that song after that night, and listening to it a bunch. And I remember looking up the lyrics, and I was like, oh man, that's a little more like not as.
If you could
Oh,
return,
here we go. I was
don't
listening
let
to-
it burn. Don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being
Oh,
rude.
Tim, come on.
Yeah.
I'm just reading.
This poetry, reading it like it's.
But it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart. It's ruining every day.
See, so there you go. Like that's not
No, it's not a love song.
right.
I swore I would be true.
and honey, so did you. So why are you holding her hand?
There you go.
Is that the way we stand? Were you lying all the time? Was it just a game to you? It's like a breakup song.
Yeah.
But I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You've got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? You have to let it linger.
She wants him to pull his finger out of her butt.
Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong. If you could get by, trying not to lie, things wouldn't be so confused. I wouldn't feel so used.
So it's
But-
like
but
a
you
cheating
always,
song.
But you always really knew. I just want to be with you, but I'm in so deep. You know,
Right.
I'm such a fool for you.
So it's like a cheating song.
You got me
Like
wrapped
she's
around
catching
your
him
finger.
doing things, but she doesn't want to let it go because we passed the point of no return now.
Right. It's still beautiful.
That makes it
it's
more
not-
beautiful.
it's not as-
it's depthy. They just don't write them like that anymore, do they, Tim?
No, they don't.
Sure.
And for those nincompoops out there like myself,
What do you mean? Isn't
linger is to stay in a place longer than necessary because of a reluctance to leave.
isn't
Jeez,
that eyelash
that's
girl
really
pretty
makes
good
that
though?
song
Isn't she
takes
like
it to
as
the
good
next
as
level.
that?
Right? Right?
When you read the definition to it, that's good. That's good. Oh man, now I want to listen to the song.
Now I want to hear that song after we're done recording.
After reading the definition to a word, I now want to hear a song.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Ah, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Did you guys want to do a live? Did you want to do live at Matt's on Saturday for the show?
I guess if Matt wants to.
I asked Matt, and he said yes,
Yeah, but
Like-
it was trepidatious.
barely trepidatious, but there was a little bit at first, and then he was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Well, we'll see what the guys want to do."
Yeah. There was maybe a hesitance. I think he wants to do this dry run of hosting something.
Yeah,
his own,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
We could always go.
And everyone's gonna have food. We're gonna be eating.
We always go after. Well, I guess we'll probably stay there after the shows. Well, I guess we got the 13th still. Are we doing AEW still
Yes. Yes.
with the new
Yeah,
setup?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I hope you got that. I'm gonna do you like that dog. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Also, I talked to Detroit Rob about that, about the AEW pay per view. I said we could have him. We have a setup to now where we can have him live via phone to do the preview of the show for us.
Hey, there we go.
And we can talk about the show before it
I
goes
got
on.
a phone plug-in right
yeah,
here.
that's what I was saying. We can have him join the show live and call in during the show or something. And
Yeah,
talk.
so to explain this, we got this new high-tech equipment because we're trying to bump the value of our production. And we're going to be able to give you a lot more valuable content. Potential sponsors, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like this is our second season. So it's like when a band releases their second album and the studio provides them with extra equipment and extra
Or like
capital.
Yes.
what was so skillfully done in the movie 22 Jump Street, when they show up in the beginning, there's all this crazy high-tech shit, and they make comments about it, and it's obviously because the movie had a bigger budget than the last one, and so they're commenting on it because they made so much money the time before. which is why obviously at the end of the movie they do a whole bunch. They do this whole chase scene where you don't see any of it, and they're like, "Man, all that stuff would have been so expensive to see," and it's very meta, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Never seen those movies.
They're actually
I saw the first one. I liked it.
for both of them.
That's with Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Yeah,
Jonah Hill, whose family's in the CIA, and
probably yeah.
Channing Tatum.
And they're all circumcised.
Have you seen? Never mind.
So 21 is good. 21 Jump Street was good because it subverts your expectations. At least it did for me when I saw it in theaters, in the sense of how you thought the movie was going to go.
Yeah.
And then the second one really takes the piss out of it being a sequel, which is good. It doesn't take itself too serious.
Okay.
And has a lot of jokes and still a lot of really funny. There's a whole, I'm trying to remember if it's the first or second one, they do a whole montage to Missing You. I'm not missing you.
I think it's the first
at all.
one. Because they have that falling out.
You.
Since you've been gone
away. There's another, I swear there's another one. I can't remember.
Yeah, it could be.
But speaking of meta, your boy Zuck.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get that relationship going.
I know, but he announced this whole, they changed the name of Facebook, the
Metaverse.
company, to Meta.
Yeah.
Now I think Facebook is a subsidiary of Meta now. Is how it works?
Yeah. That's the parent company.
Here's the question I have. How much do you think the asshole is getting paid that came up with the name Meta? You know, like how much is that fucker getting paid? He's probably worth $1 billion. And he had to come up with Meta. Like,
yeah, we need to change our name
know.
Facebook because Facebook is only for crazy, cranky old
Why
ladies
would you think
bitching about politics. So we need to
Right.
because everyone's making fun of it now, and everybody's on Twitter and everyone's on Instagram and Snapchat. So we need to do something different with Facebook. We're going to upgrade.
Well, here's the
no.
thing. I think they're going to give up on Facebook because they own Instagram and Snapchat. Meta does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just going to be like, the Facebook's for old people, and we'll come out with new shit for the kids to play with.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
But it's
that's what I'm saying.
it's all about, you know, it's all in the guise of making you live online, like Second Life.
Yeah, did you see he did a like video to announce it or whatever, and it's them in what is it? It's just, what is it called? What's that shit the kids do when they put the goggles on? And
Oculus?
Virtual reality?
Yeah, virtual reality. Yeah. That's what the video is. He's really getting into that. So they own Oculus too.
They don't own Oculus.
They own Oculus. And
Facebook does?
Yep. Well, Meta. And they're changing the name to, what is it called? Meta something.
Metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the name of the Oculus reality, and then Facebook, which is now Meta, it's like...
So it's going to be like Ready Player One?
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be Ready Player One. It's going to be that we live most of our lives inside of this virtual reality simulation, because now they're trying to... That's what the whole coronavirus lockdown thing was about. Teach everybody to be like, you know what, I can't leave my house. It's dangerous. Everything's scary. I don't want to meet my friends in person.
But you can do it with your Oculus
and you can meet your friends.
They're going to
have sex and do all that stuff.
You and I and,
no one
and
has
all of our buddies, we can go hang out.
Do that in real life.
We can all go hang out on one of Saturn's moons, and we can all get drunk and play music together in the virtual world.
I mean, real sex is like sloppy and dirty and smelly, and they're just gonna have the fake stuff, you know, like in Demolition Man. And except for you'll be connected to the internet. You don't have to do it in person.
This makes me really excited for Matrix 4.
Really? Is that coming out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna parallel all the stuff that's going on. Only it's gonna be probably a little more on the nose than it was back then. Because back then there was nothing. It was 1999.
Yeah.
So it was like it was before 9/11. So it was. The world was cool back then. That was fun. It was like real life was awesome. Now real life sucks. It's not just because we've gotten older. It's because everybody's attitudes and the rules.
I think the other thing might be, though, people might decide they want to go back to like old school stuff. I mean, the hipsters.
Well, you can. in the metaverse, in the virtual world, you can go back to the 1990s.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Drugs are no good. They got
Take me back to the 90s, please.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you can go to Nirvana's first concert.
I think it'd
You
be
can go
more...
back to Seattle, 1988,
Oh.
and start watching Nirvana.
Well, I
back
don't
in
think
the
that's
day.
how it works.
Well, so
Hey, not yet.
I've been
yet.
starting to invest, and I think what we really need to get into is the fake stuff, the digital property. Start investing now, and it's going to blow up.
What does
once-
wrestling have to do with digital?
Well, I was gonna start.
Well,
creating a social network on the Oculus.
Because, like, okay, yeah, that's meta.
Right?
Can you add friends on your Oculus?
Can we go?
Soon,
Can we
I
go?
think, yeah, you can.
So I say the three of us, we should go get our Oculus and then start to then create Facebook on the Oculus.
Okay.
I mean,
Call it name page.
there already are games and stuff where people are like making real money by selling fake things in the game that's real in the game.
So they're just taking advantage of dumb people.
So
No, because this is the way the world's going. You got to get in, man. We got to start buying virtual
insane.
property
This
and
is
start making
insane.
virtual businesses so that we can exist in the future.
all right, can I read this? This is from the World Economic Forum. This is about Meta. Here we go. We'll see. This will give us kind of an idea of what this whole thing is about. What is the metaverse, and why should we care? Facebook recently changed its name to Meta to align the company with its ambitions to build the metaverse.
Oh.
The metaverse is not yet a reality, but it could be the next evolution of the internet. The idea is that extended reality, that's a nice Orwellian way of putting it, the combination of augmented, virtual, and mixed reality will become a key medium for social and business engagement.
I like how, so we're just going to be basically schizophrenic.
By the way, it's all going to be tied to with the digital ID wallet. Have you heard of those? There's a company called Talus that's building a digital ID wallet where it's like, we link your bank account with your ID and your passport. So you can just flash your QR code to the people at the bar so that you don't have to share all your information with the bar staff. And your information will be private because it'll only be between you, the government, and the banks and the corporations you work with.
Very good.
All right, if you're interested in technology, you've probably heard the buzzword of the moment, metaverse. The hype around this term may have reached its zenith.
Zenith.
Is that... Okay. Thursday, God bless you, when Facebook announced that it was renaming its portfolio of companies Meta to align its businesses with its ambitions to build the metaverse. What is the metaverse? Well,
Dude, this
The
guy,
metaverse
he's like
doesn't
a
exist.
Bond villain.
yeah, this is sounds
I'd like
an
to
evil
imagine
person.
that he takes his mask off when he's not in film or around like people.
Yeah,
He
he's
goes
like
into
the-
his like Darth Vader like sphere,
His
and
chamber.
He takes off that fake mask that shows no expression that he has.
The
And
lifeless face.
Wait, actually, never mind. Zuck's cool.
Did you see that meme that people were passing around for a while? I don't remember if I mentioned it on the show, but the one where somebody has a picture of him when he's at like a congressional hearing or whatever, and it says that Mark Zuckerberg always looks like the guy in a zombie movie who's been bitten, but doesn't want to tell anybody else that he's been bitten.
Sweating.
All right.
You know, he takes an active role in his business. Like he even decides little things like the color of like the banners they do on your Facebook picture, and he's in.
Wait, because
in it.
He's
he's autistic.
Yeah.
They have high. They have high attention to detail on stuff like that.
It's all right, Burger.
That was great.
I was responding to your derogatory comments.
Stogie, and he reaches out. We're not even looking. Whack, whack, whack.
He's like the old timey fat cat in Hollywood with the stogie, sitting back calling the shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I stopped drinking now for who knows how long, and now I just smoke. So it's I think it's healthier.
That's good. With
Sober
a baby,
October's.
baby on the way.
Sober yeah, that's right. I got another kid. Oh man, those things can be real monsters.
Well, it was just Halloween time. How was that?
You know, my kids used to love Halloween, but this year with Troy there, they have gone into some. They think it's a satanic ritual, and that you should not celebrate Halloween. So they stayed in and cursed at anyone who came and knocked at the door, and they just watched like that Mel Gibson movie about torturing Jesus and
Passion of the Christ.
yeah, that
Classic.
I mean, at least they watched a horror movie on
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, I could never watch it. I thought it was too gruesome, but you know, the kids like it.
The kids like it.
Oh, dude, I saw the movie in theaters, man.
Really?
My mom made me go with her.
Is she religious?
My mom is a tolerable religious, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She just
She's not
makes you
pushy.
watch Passion of the Christ.
No. Meaning, like, she doesn't go to church, but she reads the Bible every morning. She has like a whole Bible plan.
Oh, okay.
She when she wakes up in the morning, she reads the Bible, but she's not pushy about it to anyone. She doesn't flaunt it. She doesn't talk about it with people. It's just her own way of dealing with shit. So I can respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we were younger, there was definitely points where it was a little pushy, you know? And then finally she kind of just got it, you know, and stopped trying to force stuff.
Right.
But when Passion of the Christ came out, I definitely did have to go see that in the theaters with her.
So how did she not get you guys into the religion? Like, a lot of the time, that's the only way to keep people.
How do I not get her into professional wrestling? I mean, just
Well,
some
because she's
some
the
people
parent.
like people like things, some people don't. You know?
Some people are naturally drawn to things that are fake
I don't know what's
and
worse.
aren't real.
And some people read the Bible.
Yeah. Which is fake and
Shit,
not real.
I did that wrong. I should have said some people like professional wrestling. There we go. No, the Passion of the Christ was very uncomfortable because people were just weeping and crying the whole
my
time.
God.
Oh, it was a religious
It
experience
was a
for
religious
them.
experience for them, and they were all like crying and
Ooh.
like, and it was just gruesome. It was gruesome. Like it took, like, when I think back about it, like there was more just disgusting viscera in that movie than in
Saw?
most Saw or
Right.
Hostel, you know. Like,
yeah, Jenny's so scared. It's kind of funny. She's like, yeah, freaked out. She's like, oh my God, this was going to happen to me when I die. And I'm like, oh,
Jesus.
why are you thinking about that, dummy?
Yeah.
So they didn't, wow.
Wait till you're in your 30s before
So
you start.
where's your wife during all this? She's pregnant. She's just in bed the whole time, bedridden. You mentioned something about how the doctor said she needed to be on bed rest for a little bit. I don't know if that is still going on. Like,
Yeah, she won't let me, get in there because she's got this placenta issue and she might bleed if we try to do it. So
Can you make contact with the placenta while you're having sex with a
if
pregnant
it's
woman?
not working right, yeah, it'll bleed.
and so then
If
your
the placenta
sister,
is leaking out into the birth canal.
your sister-in-law,
There are issues. There are complications.
your sister-in-law's back around.
Yeah, she's
Back. Like,
I've been.
'cause I know
mean,
that that's why Troy would have been with you guys, but she's kind of.
she comes to our place, so I go to her place. You know.
Oh,
Well, we're both parents. We commiserate.
so neither of you made your kids do Halloween.
No.
It used to be that you'd have to make your kids not want to go full one. Like kids don't want to go trick or treating until midnight if they could.
Well, these kids think good candy was produced by Satan as a way of addicting you and getting you into stronger substances, and so that they refuse to do it because the holiest way to be is sober.
You can't fault them for that.
Yeah, I mean, Troy,
kind of logic
Troy's,
is,
he doesn't listen to me yet, but I'm starting to listen to him. And sometimes kids teach you more than you could ever imagine.
Wait, so are you getting all like religious and stuff now?
Well, no, but there's some interesting teachings. I've been working hard, producing for the family as one of the male patriarchs, and I think it's going well. I've been working a lot of overtime Because someone's got to produce those filters, you know? Someone's got to sell them.
Oh. Yeah.
How's that business
I
going?
sold 2.
You sold 2? All right, man. Positive reinforcement. That's very good. I've sold 76 in the last 3 days.
Yeah, I was able to sell 2 of them.
Yeah,
I would like to give you a sandwich here. That's great that you sold 2. You need to put in more effort. But the effort you did give, I'm very proud of.
Yeah, I not really sure who to go to next to try selling these 2. I kind of tapped out.
Well,
Have you sold it to your parents or grandparents, maybe?
How many have you sold?
I sold 11.
Oh, okay.
Liar.
I mean, I'm
going to check the book.
exchanged 11
What do you mean?
for just business things. I mean,
What business?
I can give you the cash at a different. Like, I don't have all the cash now, but
You can't. You're not. What do you mean?
like did it.
That's
like there
not
was, like,
our
a
money.
labor
That's not.
exchange.
Those aren't our. We have to pay for the filters.
I'll pay.
I'll
pay you for the
I
filters.
gave 2 away.
What?
Yeah. I mean, like kind of like Burger said, we'll have the cash for you later. It was kind of like I needed a last minute gift.
You know how much the filters are?
Yeah.
It's $250 for the full setup,
Wait,
and the replacement filters are $50 each.
That's a hard number. Or is that negotiable?
No,
like you tell them
it's-
$250, but then you settle for like $150 or $175.
no, you tell them $300. $250
I told
is the
them. I
inside.
told them $35.
No, that's for like Brita. This is high end. Remember, this is the Black Stallion.
I'm with Burger there. I sold mine for like $50. I thought that was a good deal. It's just
You're
water.
eating
Pretty
into
good
our
deal.
profits. It's not. It's a terrible.
It's just for like you can put.
That's a good deal for them.
You
That's
just
not-
gotta put some kind of a met right,
Well, so
just like
then
a wire
okay, so
mesh.
then maybe we sell
What?
Maybe we sell a couple more now. So we sold a couple for $50. Now let's sell a couple for
35.
like 125, and we'll make the difference.
No, we pay like 100 per unit, and we sell them for 250 to 300.
See, I was under the
That doesn't
impression-
sound like good business.
I was under the impression that
Well, once we get higher up, and once we need to get,
250 was like, was
you're at least getting
suggested, like-
people interested in selling them, right? I mean, have you gotten anyone to sell?
No. I mean, I gave one away for a gift, and then I gave another
my
away,
God.
just like kind of like a try it out,
This is
Like
a
I
nightmare.
gave. So the way
You
I'm
guys
doing
are
it,
undoing all of the hard work.
but no,
I've been-
there's a system I have, and I think this could work. And maybe I'll have to raise the price or whatever. But I meet up with people who I don't know, whatever. Go to their house and then provide them kind of for free.
with his dick in a hole
With
in a
it-
makeshift wall.
Yeah. No, not with a makeshift.
Oh,
no, unless I see
God.
him in person first, and then they want to play the glory hole game. But then I provide them with the unit, with the filter unit,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they tell their friends, like, I got this excellent system. I've got this.
Okay.
And they plus a lot of these queers, they got all sorts of like
Oh.
friends that are girls, and girls are like big into filtration and like the water's
Health.
fucking killing me. And so for each one of these guys, so I did the math. So for each one of these guys that I banged in the last 2 weeks, which was like 15, 12, 15.
Now
whatever,
he's
somewhere in
really.
that
Now
range.
he's definitely lying.
Multiply that by 4 of their female friends.
Okay.
And I'm getting older now, so these girls are in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s.
They're starting not to look so
right.
great.
And then right. So then they're not thinking about like going out but they're getting really, they're starting to focus on things.
Well,
that
no,
don't
they
matter.
want to go out still, but they're like, oh, I'm so ugly because they are.
Right.
And then you gotta dig into that.
Right. So
you gotta
then-
be like, yeah, you're not getting any younger, and those crow's feet are growing.
Yeah.
And part of it's your lifestyle, and part of it's your water, which is part of your lifestyle.
Right.
We're
And women-
78% water.
Women at that age start to like get really fixated on like stupid shit that doesn't matter, like water filters and shit. So those are the ones.
The term is my death style, my lifestyle. Sorry.
That's right. So they're the ones that like they wear sweatpants to the grocery store to Winco. So anyhow, if each one of those guys, and by the way, I can bang more guys. You don't have to deal. You don't have to worry about that. And so I can offer
Good.
them.
I was
Essentially,
concerned.
well, you say we can offer them each one of them for free, even though it's not technically. It's cost. Like you said, you got to spend money to make money.
Well,
so you give each one of these guys.
Doesn't
these
look
fags,
good when our initial. But
each one of them starts advertising to their female friends.
All right.
And those ones will start buying them, and they'll pay a max price because it's their boyfriend and their husband's money. So they don't even care what they're spending. Those guys just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of hearing you talk about water filters. Yes, just get one. Whatever it costs, I don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah.
So anyhow, I would like to say I sold basically 100.
I'm gonna lick you.
Okay, Burger, I'm going to give you a sandwich. All right.
You got just that one line.
I like your creative skills.
You know?
You can't fucking give
And you
these
got
things
the
away for
dress,
free.
you got your
I'm not
pants
giving them
on
away,
now
though.
like
It's
that.
an
Not
investment.
anymore.
You can't get it
No
out.
more of that. You at least got to get 100
It's in
$100 for them. We at least got to break even. Okay, and then
That makes sense.
on the other end of that, I like where your head's at. You're being creative, and
called
I
marketing.
think you've got another avenue with your future career you've been working on, where you're going to be seeing a lot of people shaking hands, kissing babies, right?
Oh, my senatorial race?
Yeah, how the race is over, right? What percentage did you get?
I got 0.2%.
Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations,
Oh, right.
man.
I was not in last place. People have a hard time in Washington with people like me because I'm too
Controversial.
controversial. I'm too much of too many things, I guess.
Okay. Well,
They're like, you can't be a fag that hates cops that fucking wants a border around the city of Arlington, which is what I ran
how
on.
would that work?
That was his platform.
That was my platform.
It doesn't
And
even. It
apparently
doesn't
I-
even make sense for the region.
Build
It's
a
like
wall.
it's mountainous and full of rivers. How would you even?
It's called tenacity. It's called hard work.
Gumption.
Did
Yeah.
you have a budget for that?
Yeah, it was $8 billion. Which
The
is,
city of Arlington doesn't have that.
do you realize that we spend $1 trillion a year bombing people in the Middle East? You don't think we can use a little portion of that money to build a wall around Arlington, Washington?
Airtight. That's airtight.
Okay, so your plan was to lobby the U.S., the federal government, and the military to get funds for
Yeah, well, I was in 11th place, which was second to last behind Good Space Guy.
Oh, he's still that's good. He made it. He's still alive.
Just barely. He's 108 years old.
I was
He's got
I
a
was
fake
afraid
PhD in
Corona would get him.
astrology. All right, so should I continue with the metaverse?
Nah, I mean I'm over it.
All right, so it's
Fuck
a fake
that
world
guy.
we're all gonna live in 2 years from
Yeah.
now. We're all dead. Have you heard that the Tiger King has prostate cancer and is gonna die?
Good riddance.
What?
Oh, come on.
He was cool. I mean, he killed tigers and he made baby tigers and sold them to bad people, but
Big deal. They're not people. And he tried to kill a person that's not good. He set up a scheme to kill a person that's not good. That was
I
trying
can
to destroy
see
his
how
business.
you only got 0.2% of the votes here.
You know, I think that might have been what killed my campaign. Because
you talking about
I
Tiger
think
King?
the people that I was appealing to were sort of into the Tiger King, and they were like, "Justice for Tiger King,"
Oh,
and I sort of turned
Free
my
hat,
back.
free hat, free hat.
Yeah.
South Park. Anyone?
where's
The
the
ma-
free hats?
The man known as Tiger King, would gain fame in a Netflix documentary following his conviction for trying to hire someone to kill an animal rights activist. Says he has cancer. That's how this headline. This is a headline from the ABC News.
That sounds like a headline that would also pertain to Lapsed Vince.
I wouldn't.
The man known
yeah.
as Vince McMahon, who gained fame in professional wrestling following his indictment for trying to
Kill someone from
inject
the
people.
for trying to kill someone from the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yes,
An animal activist.
says he has cancer.
Patterson, get in here. I want you to kill the WWF.
Can't believe Vince McMahon did that.
Boss, I don't really think that's the direction you want to go in.
I don't care about this asshole. His 15 minutes have been up for a long time.
yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Anyways, he ran
Quarantine
for
bullshit.
Senate, blah, 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 and he's going to die, and nobody's going to remember who he is.
I sent you a real newsworthy story yesterday, and I feel like we need to talk about that.
Which one was... Oh, well, it's right here. This is a story from
Can we
the
get some
Independent.
hoopla for this? There we go.
Was that the appropriate sound? All right.
That's a
Give me a
transition.
bang, bang, bang.
Okay.
There we
I feel
go.
like that one's... I feel like we need to upgrade from that one. It's so 2011.
I like
What?
it.
I like that one. Do you not like this one?
Is that a laser gun?
It's left to right, like transitional fade.
Okay.
I have more.
This is a story... That's fine. I like,
Like
it.
what?
I
Like
think
what
it's
else?
fine.
Let's see.
Okay. Here, let me.
Any noise effect that you like, that you hear, let us know
So we don't
at
like.
brute.n.fruit@gmail.com. Give us your feedback
Yeah.
on what
Or
sound
Twitter.
effects.
Whatever that... Or whatever our
Twitter,
is.
that's brute_n_fruit.
I have something called Dream.
Oh, that was nice.
Ooh.
That should be an introduction into like... And here's the news.
Funky.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that
Get
a
that
lot.
one set in.
I got hard riff.
There's the
I like
news.
that a lot. That's the news right there.
All right, you want me to keep that one?
Yes.
All right.
Well, that was it?
Oh, you want more?
Okay, I thought we were going to run it through.
Oh yeah, we got them, but we got that hard riff, man. Horn jazz.
That's not
more
bad.
like news.
That's not news. The riff, the guitar riff is the news. That was more like wrapping up the segment about movies.
There you go. Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
That was a good laugh.
Piano electronica.
How did you pronounce that?
Piano electronica.
Piano.
Piano.
Piano. Rim shot. Oh, we got that. That's sad trombone scratch.
Hey.
In the 90s.
Yeah. Throwback.
That's it.
All right, perfect. We'll hit him with that hard rock riff for the news here.
Here we go with the news.
This is a story from The Independent. Why some QAnon believers think JFK Jr. is still alive
Oh, this is not the
Oh.
story I was thinking of, but keep going.
and about to become vice president
Ooh, of what?
of the United States.
With who is the main president?
Oh, with Trump. In
Is he-
the 2024.
So do they still think that he's president?
No, well, some of them I think that he is. There's a theory that in reality, the military has been running the presidency for the last, like, 10 months or whatever.
Weren't they saying, yeah, like Biden is just like on a green screen and it's all fake?
Right, and he's fake, and they're doing
Didn't I
deep
tell you
fakes.
guys about oh, never mind. During quarantine, he was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes,
And granted, during quarantine, I was taking a lot of psychedelics.
as one does.
That's one does
during
when
a
you're
lockdown
you're
in the
forced
freest
to
country in
stay-
the world.
You're forced to stay inside. And I swear he did this sit down with Jimmy Kimmel where he's in this bunker somewhere. And it would look like it was just the old Conan O'Brien superimposed mouth over his
Yes.
face while he was talking. And it just was real creepy to me when I saw it. And so it's just funny that now all of a sudden there's widespread theories of, Oh, it's a green screen, dude. He's fucking.
It's like
Dude.
we've been talking about this. We've been talking about green.
I was
screen.
joking about this shit since the beginning. Anyways,
All right, conspiracy theorist group QAnon hit a bizarre milestone on Tuesday when its supporters gathered for what they believed would be the return of the late JFK Jr., who they postured would be running on an imagined 2024 ticket with former President Donald Trump.
they're all sitting there. So
God.
these people all
They're
gathered.
physically gathered.
They all physically
yes, in
gathered.
Nashville, I think.
They all physically gathered this place.
How did they figure out where JFK Jr. would it spring from?
Wait.
He's coming.
Wait, there he is.
Even
There
though
he is. There he is. Oh no, just a Prius driving by. Goes, there he is. There he is. And then some guy just shows up, parks, gets out. He counts like Ned Flanders, and he just is like, they're like, he's here. And it's like, who's in charge here? I have this award from the. You guys are now officially all retarded.
Look at this is the person. This is on the independent news thing. If somebody wants to look it up at home, but this is the person who they think is JFK Jr. Here's JFK Jr. before he died, obviously in a tuxedo, and then there's
A
currently-
homeless man.
A homeless man.
Look at
That's
him
like
up
an
close.
Austin, Texas homeless
Tilt the screen more.
musician.
It's the same guy.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they look
Look
like
at
twins.
that jaw.
Well, yeah, he's 22 years older. He died.
No, that guy's got a wider jaw.
So did fucking
that guy, JFK
did
Jr.
JP Patches come back at this rally and talk to them and say, guys, I'm
back.
just a gardener.
I'm back, guys. And they're like, no, we're looking for JFK. He's like, but I'm back alive. No. We wanted JFK, though. That JFK Jr. looks like fucking Ben Affleck.
Oh
That's who's really JFK Jr.
no.
No, it's just he's this homeless man.
Okay.
But no, I also saw when people were posting it because I was following the QAnon thing at first because I was like, I want to see where this thing's going. I'm intrigued. And then they would show this guy and he's like, he wears a mustache and he's like, he wears sunglasses. He's a Hispanic man, but he's not really a Hispanic man. He goes to all of Trump's rallies and he's JFK Jr.
Only reason a Hispanic man would be going. It's actually JFK Jr.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr.'s plane was pulled out of the Atlantic Ocean more than 22 years ago in a crash that killed him, his wife Carolyn, and his sister-in-law Lauren Bessett, which this is when he was running against Hillary Clinton for the Senate. For some QAnon true believers, however, the son of the 35th president of the United States not only survived the tragedy, but is poised to make a dramatic return to public life. A bizarre theory has emerged suggesting the accident was just a ruse to fake his death,
Yes.
and that he will re-emerge,
And
perhaps
now's
as
the
early as
time.
next month, to join a reinstated President Donald Trump as his vice president.
That's insane.
How insane is that?
I mean-
who lives in a world where who their imagination would be like, all right, it all came to plan. Everyone like his like reinstatement speech. I told you. I fucking told you.
I told you
I've
I'd be
still
here
been
with the
building
dead
the-
guy.
The wall's finished. The children are saved.
But the thing,
And JFK Jr. is alive.
yeah.
He's alive.
What would be the next slogan? It was "Make America Great Again." Keep America Great. What would it be in 2024 with JFK Jr.?
Make America,
America.
JF great.
Fuck yeah.
America, fuck yeah!
But this is the thing about it is you can it's these crazy people that take these conspiracies too far and they're like, well, yeah, but they're taking them to the pizza parlor and then they're raping them and murdering them and then sucking out their soul so they can live forever.
Yes,
it's like,
yeah.
wait, you could just stop with the part where they're doing weird things on a secret island owned by a
Right.
crazy Jewish guy.
That would get people enough up in arms.
Yeah,
But now you
so-
believe it's like they're actually, so aren't they saying that if you suck the pituitary stuff out of children, you actually will live forever? So they actually
Well, I
believe.
mean, look at George Soros.
It'll
and-
make you
and-
live longer.
Yeah.
So if they actually believe that, they're kind of, perpetuating the belief in something that is bad and shouldn't be believed in. they're kind of saying like, yeah, they got a point. They're doing something wrong, but they're doing it for a good reason.
Well, they gotta bring attention to these attacks on children where they're drinking their adrenochrome and shit. What you have to do, you have to terrify them in order to really get the juices going. That's kind of how it is. They're Pennywise the Clown, which is what the accusation is.
Oh, God.
But anyhow, it's one thing to just be like, yeah, JFK Jr. maybe he was killed by Hillary Clinton. She's got a body count. So it's like, hey, she was running for Senate. He was running for Senate.
But that's how they're able to get away with everything. Like the Epstein stuff, where it's like, obviously, I mean, there was smoke and fire there.
You're right.
Like evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're able to get away with it because, like kind of Tim was saying earlier, everyone knows that's bad. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that's bad.
Right.
But then a lot of the people who were like blowing the whistle on that are also the ones that are talking about lizard people and other shit.
And
so
JFK Jr. coming
so
back.
right. So then it immediately makes it like half the people that believe in that.
Right. Your credibility.
Yeah,
is
the
lost.
credibility's gone.
Yeah.
Or like how South Park.
Does the article explain why and where they gathered at this time?
Here we go. And those devotees gathered on Tuesday for what they expected would be a dramatic revelation at the AT&T Discovery Plaza in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, of course. That's where JFK got shot.
Okay, well, shit. But was in fact more of a damp squib.
What's a squib?
Like a squib is like I think it's an explosion. In that case, it'd be like an explosion. Like
it was
like
a dud. God bless you, Mr. Corona.
Oh.
When JFK Jr. unsurprisingly failed to make an appearance, people in the crowd suggested he would, in fact, make an appearance at a Rolling Stones concert later that day.
Ooh.
As one would
That'd be
believe
so
in that
cool.
situation.
That'd be
God, they're so
fucking
dumb.
amazing.
Well, this is according to this article. Now, we don't know.
Stupid.
We don't know if they're that stupid. This is just a report. You can't trust anything you read on any kind of a news program these days, but I feel like this is at least 70%.
I heard JFK Jr. is coming out number 30 at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah. Because Trump's connection to
Vince McMahon, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to announce it.
Yep.
JFK Jr. will come out. It'll be one of those dramatic reveals.
Yeah, and he's going to hit
Fuck
Pence
yeah.
with a chair.
But he's gonna come out to Hulk Hogan's music.
Real American, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
For whatever reason, it was so strange. One day last week, when I was driving to work in the morning, I fucking blasted that song.
Yeah,
Just blasted it.
yeah, and loved it.
It's just a great like. It's such a.
It should be the American anthem.
You know what? In a way, that should replace
Star Spangled Banner.
Because replace the Star Spangled Banner.
Because Star Spangled Banner is just all about.
Well, in
war.
2024, for the America Fuck Yeah presidency, maybe they will.
Real American, like it doesn't say anything that's not true.
Right. It encompasses all the best things about America, at least
When it
what
comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Dun, 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 dun. You gotta take a stand, you don't have to hide. It promotes bravery,
Yeah, bravery, courage, honor,
family and values.
Mm-hmm.
If you hurt my friends and
Then
you hurt my pride, I gotta be a man.
I can't let it slide.
You can't just
great.
be a
You
man.
can't let it go. You have to do something.
No, but the man, it's not PC anymore. I gotta be a
Oh.
man. What makes you better?
Yeah. And the Rocket's red glare. I don't know if that's so much anymore, but all right.
Hey,
So,
that's right. That is kind of the Star Spangled Banner doesn't
It's a war
say
song.
anything other than the war and death. It doesn't say anything that you could, say is against PC culture. It's not cancelable.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well,
Because
it is
cancel
because
culture.
it's cancel. It's cancelable because it was written by slave owners,
Oh, there you go.
which is why the NFL has the black national anthem
Well, who's the
and
guy-
the national anthem performed before games. Right.
You're right.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's weird, right? Like, hold on. Here's
Did you
the
see
thing.
Colin Kaepernick's video that he made?
No. Hold on. Just let me go on for a second. It is weird, though, right? To be like proudly promoting the Black national anthem, and then have the.
So what is that?
There's a song. There's a song that's considered the Black national anthem, I guess, and it's played before every football game now in the NFL. And it's like on the surface, surface area. I don't know if that's even a word. Surface level.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, right on, quality. But
It's kind of like a segregated.
it's a segregated thing.
Right.
It's like, it's the idea of like, it's like such an overcorrection. Where it's like back in the 50s and 60s in the South, it's widely known whites only, black coloreds bathrooms, right?
Right.
And so it's like now it's like, we Black national anthem and the white national anthem. It's like that's the opposite of what the national anthem is even supposed to be about.
It's Animal Farm. It was 2 legs good, 4 legs bad until the 4 legs take over. Then it's the 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. It's like they go so far, the pendulum swings fucking way to the other, the dial goes 180. So then it's the people that were oppressed, instead of coming down to where everybody's on the same level, they swing over, and then it's the oppressed are the oppressors are the oppressive, and it boom.
Yeah, cyclical.
Yeah, it's cyclical, but it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if we're to that point yet. I think it could get worse.
It'll get a little
definitely.
worse, but
I don't think it will, but
it can't get too much worse.
I think it's just kinda
they're
silly.
setting up segregation zones, and they have the whole vaccinated, unvaccinated thing is a weird segregational thing that we haven't seen in our lifetime.
Divide and conquer,
Right.
And so what's really crazy is that it's like this weird. It's a social experiment. That's how I felt the whole time once the coronavirus hit. And I think that there's so many different, like, forks in the fire or whatever,
Yeah, steps.
where it's like, there's so many different things that could go on.
Yeah.
That you could do. Like, there's the metaverse being born right now, right? So you have people who, like Berger said earlier, are trained. You've been trained yourself to quarantine yourself and stay home all the time. So now you have these people who are going to be perfectly fine going on the Oculus and living in the metaverse, and that being like the thing that they do all the time. And then you also have, the masks and just all the shitty stuff that's happened, the bombings, all the shitty stuff that's happening around the world in your real life.
Yeah.
And the seemingly like you were saying, the QR codes with like your digital wallet or whatever.
Yeah.
It just seems like there's all this stuff that's kind of like right on the cusp of turning things into a dystopian science fiction movie.
Yeah.
Like
It's
we're
like
right on the cusp of it, and it feels what's interesting is that maybe we were less aware before, especially with like the beginning of the internet and stuff. Maybe we're too young, but
Right.
like now, it's never felt like we're that close to the cusp of being like, whoa, this is like the kind of creepy future shit that we were like, seeing in movies 10, 15 years ago,
Right.
or books, like
or books.
70 plus.
Yeah,
years ago
right.
now.
And it's like before, like when you were in 1999 and The Matrix comes out, and it's like, whoa, that's a crazy fucking world. All these people,
Imagine the concept.
all these people are like
of-
plugged in, and they're like basically just dreaming in this weird world now. And then it's like, not to mention our cell phones. We're essentially plugged in the Matrix right here with our cell phones tethered to us the whole time, right? It's nuts. It seems really close. But then again, like I said, we could just be overly dramatic right now. And it could be the human nature of us to think that we're in the most important time. That like selfishness of being a human, where you think that when you're living is the most important time.
Right.
Or the most like
civilization,
crazy. Yeah.
There's not civilizations that are like, wow, civilization was way more sophisticated back then. Like, we had better technology back then. It's like now we're at the peak. We're at the apex all the time.
Right.
So it's like, well, it can only go up from here. It can't go down because when was the last time in human history that we descended from the apex?
And then I think, just like in any of those like robot or android kind of movie things, like you have, eventually gets to the point where the robots become like aware,
Yeah.
and then they realize the real error of the ways of the people.
Yeah.
The people are the ones that get in the way.
They become sentient and they realize that these beings are going to destroy themselves.
I don't
They're-
feel good.
No,
Sorry.
tobacco.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to throw up.
maybe.
Oh shit. Do you want us to keep going? Or you want to do it? We'll do an ad break here. We're gonna go to a quick break here on the Brute and the Fruit. We'll be back.
All right, have a good throw up.
Hey, looking to get into the podcasting game? We have a high-quality opportunity for you. We here at The Brute and the Fruit are a worldwide auditory entertainment vehicle delivering content to consumers since 2020. Look, sometimes quality matters more than quantity, and our consumers are some of the most discerning in the business. Little known fact, ex-associate of Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, has a seamstress, and that seamstress has a house that is worked on by a general contractor, which is heard of our show. So, for the opportunity of a lifetime, email us at brute.n.fruit@gmail.com. We're eager and ready to receive.
Oh no.
What do you need, buddy? You need something to eat? Need something to drink?
Some water? You want some wine?
Yeah, I'll take some Filigreen filtered water. That'll cure me.
I don't have any with me.
I can't say
I bring
that
it
we're-
everywhere I go because I don't trust regular water.
Well, we're
as
not
you should
medical
not.
doctors, so we can't exactly say something cures somebody.
I
I want to make that point
There's
absolutely
been
clear.
a lot of anecdotal evidence that Filigreen filtered water can improve your health.
All right. All right. Will Sommer, author of the upcoming book Trust the Plan, The Rise of QAnon and the Conspiracy That Reshaped America. QAnon reshaped America.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
It did.
How many people do
I
you
don't
think
know.
follow QAnon?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more.
I was
You
trying to
think?
figure. So I have a coworker whose dad is into QAnon, and I like to ask him about it. Like, what'd your dad tell you this time? And so he's like, "All right, well, my dad, he's kind of over the QAnon thing, but well, actually, I don't know if this is part of it, but he's like, yeah, he said that McDonald's burger meat has got human blood in it, like human flesh in it." So, and that's they're like trying to trick the country into being satanic.
Being cannibalistic and yeah.
Well, because if they're satanic, then they'll be part of the cult or whatever. I don't really understand how it works.
Dude, this is like, so, back in the day, a TV show would become a phenomenon, and everyone in the world would be watching it, and then slowly everyone would start peeling off of it, and the show would keep going,
Yeah.
and then
American Idol.
then you'd be like, shit, you still watch that show? Like, for example, Burger's family here, they watch Survivor, and it's like, you guys still watch Survivor? That show's still on TV? That's how I feel with QAnon right now, where it's like,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
that's just still going? Like,
Yeah.
It seems
why
like
still going on
everything's
new
getting old
stuff?
now.
It reshaped America.
Like memes are old now. Are memes even cool anymore? I don't think so.
Dude, get to the marathon story. That's what I've been waiting for. That's the breaking
Oh,
news.
okay.
Hit me with there we go.
All right. So you want this stuff? You want the real stuff. You want the shit that matters.
Yeah. That's what this fucking show is about. Okay?
Where
You understand?
All
It's
right.
about the
Here we
shit that
go.
matters.
All right. Here we go. This is important to us here at the Brute and the Fruit. Thank you, audience. All right, this is a story from Insider. A woman who pooped her pants halfway through a marathon and ran with it in her shorts until she crossed the finish line, achieved a personal record.
That's right. Keep that applause going for her. That's a hero.
Continue.
I love that there's bullet points to start on these articles, and I would just like to read them before. All right. To keep up her pace, Tamara is here. Obviously, she wants her entire name out there for the world to see as the woman who shits her fucking pants. To keep up her pace, Tamara
Go, Tammy!
Torlaxon relieved herself mid-marathon without stopping.
Go, Tammy.
Second,
Go, Tammy!
She looks like she's on a great pace.
good pace, Tam.
Good pace, Tam.
I like that pace.
What's wrong with your shorts?
You smell like shit. Second bullet point. She doesn't regret it.
Oh, great.
Colon.
I hope
No
not.
pun intended.
I hope not. I hope not.
She ended up beating her best time 13 months postpartum.
Kid.
Post the other last time she took a massive shit.
Oh.
Running can trigger the bowels for a few seconds, but most runners
Ooh.
handle the urge differently.
Ooh. Ooh. Wah, wah.
Here's her
Tammy.
whole name again. If you wanna hear. Tamara Torlaxon's digestive tract is a well-oiled machine.
Ooh.
By oiled, they mean lubed.
Yeah.
Because everything's slipping out at about 60 miles an
That's the
hour.
sound of her stomach right now. Oh, shit. Oh, no, Tammy, don't poop yourself. Tammy, you're not going to poop yourself.
Tammy's Irish.
Whenever she has a race or a... Whenever... How old is she? Why do they have to describe this like this? Whenever she has a race or a long run day, her bowels automatically clear before she hits the road. Nothing was different the day of the Mountains 2 Beach Marathon, her sixth race of the 26.2 mile distance in 2018, and yet about halfway through the race she realized she needed to go again.
Oh, my God.
How she handled the urge was unusual. By pooping her pants. But she believes it served her well.
Well, I just said, Tamara, you're running a great race right now. You're doing the best you've ever done. Why would you... a little bit of poop will wash off, but pride never does. That's what I always say. My mom told me that a long time ago.
Go, Tammy.
After having her first child, Torlaxon, then 31, was fueled by a sort of new mom energy.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that.
Some runners say they've become faster after giving birth,
Oh.
as opposed to being pregnant or just before in general. Training was going really well. I knew I was in really good shape, said Torlaxon, an event planner in Sacramento, California, who leads a local women's running group. Good, I'm glad you don't have any men in that running group. Really spoil things. Oh no, because they're faster than you. Because men and women are different. The Mountains 2 Beach Marathon, which starts in Ojai, California. Does anyone else? Ojai.
The man can't even pronounce the name of it.
And ends in the coastal city of Ventura, as in Jesse, west of Los Angeles. I went back.
I went back.
I was a Navy SEAL.
I was a fighter.
I was a
Navy
governor.
I was the governor of Minnesota. Thermite paint. I don't believe the towers went down by planes.
Jet fuel doesn't burn hot enough to melt steel.
John F. Kennedy Jr. was killed by Hillary. We all know that.
Or was he killed?
Or was he actually killed?
You know, a lot of people are saying
He's been
that
down
maybe...
here in Mexico with me.
A lot of people are saying he didn't die. That he just decided that he was going to live in a cage for 20 years. So he could exact
I
his
went
revenge.
back. I was about to be Trump's running mate. Go on.
So, The Mountains to Beach Marathon, which starts in Ojai, California, and ends in the coastal city of Ventura.
You know, I was in movies with Arnold. You remember Arnold?
Who is this?
Jesse Ventura.
I don't even.
He was in Predator. He was a Navy SEAL. He fought for your country. He defended your freedoms
I was
from
a
the
fighter.
Vietnamese.
I was
Oh.
a fighter.
The Vietnamese wanted my freedom.
They threatened our freedoms. That's the only reason why we would go to war.
Right.
They
Against another
forced
country.
pho upon us.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like it.
If forcing pho is something they want to do, I am totally willing and able to be raped by their pho.
Mm-hmm.
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 the
It's
Mou-
so special.
Oh,
You gotta get
Lord.
that sound clip in there.
Yeah, I know.
The Mountains
can
to
do it.
Beach Marathon,
I
which starts in
sent you the
Ojai,
audio clip.
California, and ends in the coastal city of Ventura, west of Los Angeles, would
Ventura
be her first
Highway
post-mortem race.
in the
sunshine.
You
With
go
the
on.
greatest thought and the mother son of the
Mm-hmm.
moon. You're gonna go.
I
know.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Dun, 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 dun.
Cause the free wind's blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Alright. Thank you.
We should just start for the pleasure of the audience, the fans. We should, in the description of the episode, list all the songs that we did to
We just
sing
named the
a
episode
cappella.
Ventura Highway. Ventura High? Okay. She thought she set a personal record, and for the first half of the race, she was on track to do just that. But at mile 13 or 14, she realized she needed to go to the bathroom. She didn't want to lose physical or mental momentum by stopping.
Right, of course.
Right. You know how normally you're working during the day, and like at our regular day jobs, and you're like, I gotta take a shit. But then you're like, I don't want to stop the momentum. So then it's like, I'll shit my pants.
Right. Do you think that, because, you know, she's running and she's cutting a good pace, so she's obviously having this, like, argument internally, right?
Yeah. Should I poop?
Poop, don't poop, poop, don't poop. So then as soon as it starts happening,
History.
do you think she starts just going like, ah, it's happening? Like she's running?
No,
you know?
she's saying she did it on purpose, right?
Right. she's
Well, that's
just
what I'm saying, but like
no.
she's like, it's that like idea of like, you know, like when you're coming or something, like, oh man, I'm coming. Like,
Right, it's like when
oh,
you're-
I'm shitting.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's like when you're watching porn and you've been edging for the last hour, and you're like, is this the
An
video I
hour?
want to go off on? It's might as well. I got shit to do.
It's been a fucking hour.
I got shit to do. But at mile 13, 14, she realized she needed to go to the bathroom. She didn't want to lose physical or mental momentum by stopping, nor did she want one pit stop to prompt her colon to request several.
Oh God.
Now,
Here's a quote
Tammy,
from
you
her.
can't stop if you don't poop.
Here's a quote from her.
Oh, here we go.
And if she'd ever watched, if she ever watched Jackass, she'd know the answer to this. Quote: I thought, I don't know if it's possible to poop while running, but I will try.
I will try.
I will try.
Can we please make it? We gotta make a t-shirt of this. This is our t-shirt. I thought, no, just right here. I don't know if it's possible to poop while running, but I will try. Brute and the Fruit. That should be a Brute and the Fruit t-shirt.
Tammy,
Write it down.
right on, Tammy.
Oh god, no, this is better. This is the second
Oh, wait.
part of the quote.
Oh, okay, here we go. Even better. We have a whole wardrobe.
It's the second part of her quote. She says, quote, I didn't want one poop to mess it all up. Unquote. So, without stopping, she relieved herself into the built-in
Reluctantly
underwear
crouched at the starting
and her
line.
shorts.
Bowel shaking earthquakes.
Perfect.
So, without stopping, she relieved herself
Running
into the
and
built-in
plotting.
underwear in her shorts.
Plotting the course.
I have to read this paragraph whole because it's so beautiful. So, without stopping, without stopping, she relieved...
Fucking say it! Say it!
I want to hear about the poop.
I need to
relieved-
hear it. Oh.
So, without stopping, she relieved herself into the built-in underwear in her shorts. I had to focus, she said, and continued on her way. Quote, it just came out, and I felt a lot better. Unquote.
What kind of animal's gonna run 12 more
Torlaxon-
miles with shit in her underwear?
Torlaxon said, Torlaxon doesn't think anyone noticed, and she said,
Someone noticed.
Everyone
Tammy.
she
noticed.
said she,
Tammy.
quote, didn't give a shit if they did. Marathoners don't judge, she added. She maintained a PR pace with soiled shorts for roughly 13 more miles. She kept her mind focused on maintaining her fast clip.
Dude,
Her fast clip.
if I did a shoddy wipe job, I can't go 15 feet without wanting to go back to the bathroom and would just wipe up. I mean, she's got a full-on load in her fucking shorts.
She's
You gotta
got a
want
and she
it.
load.
ran for 13 miles. What an animal.
I've never even done that.
Maybe it's because it's like chick shit. Was it the chick shit like pellets, right? Like rabbits?
It's like
That
deer.
could be.
It's like deer.
Yeah.
I've studied this.
That's the sound of a deer shitting.
At least a woman shitting, I imagine.
Burger.
She sits down and goes. That's how gay dudes do it.
Oh.
Bottoms, anyways. She maintained a PR pace with soiled shorts for roughly 13 more miles. She kept her mind focused on maintaining her fast clip, not on what was in her shorts. When she neared the finish line, she yelled to her friends, "I pooped my pants!"
Oh my god.
She quoted the President of the United
She
States.
quoted the President of the United States.
I pooped my
I pulled my pants. What's that, Mr. President?
Dawson quickly hit the medical tent for baby wipes and cleaned up in a porta potty. That's right. You get into a tent and you grab the wipes and you go into the porta potty and you wipe.
You get to a hose and you have
clean out.
a man spray you down with a fucking power washer. Oh.
She says it was.
Did you get a rash? Did you get a rash?
She says it was all worth it to run a 3-hour, 7-minute marathon, her fastest by about 1 minute, 20 seconds, 13 months postpartum.
Did she get a rash?
We'll find out. So,
Oh god.
here's
Think
the
about
next.
that, right?
Here's the headline of the next, not headline, but like the next, sub headline.
Yeah.
Runners can experience, quote, the trots
God, it's so easy. The
for a
trots.
few key reasons. Tamara Duker Fruman,
Duker is her nickname?
middle name.
They had to throw
Duker.
in
How
the
else
middle
would you
name.
say this?
Oh,
Duker. This is a different. By the way, this is a different Tamara. This is a second Tamara.
Tamara the
fuck is
Duker.
Is this Tamara the Duker or is this Tamara the marathon shitter? No, this is the Duker, evidently. Tamara Duker. I feel like it's a simulation. They're running out of names.
Oh my
They're just
God.
like Tamara Duker, Tamara Smith, Tamara Johnson. A New York City dietitian who works in a gastroenterology practice told Insider that long-distance running could trigger the bowel simply because of the mechanics of the sport. Quote, your organs are jostling around.
Thank you, Miss Duker.
Thank you, Miss Juicer, unquote. It can also lead to temporary incontinence since your blood is shuttled away from the digestive tract and towards your legs, she said. What you consume before and during a race matters too. A high fat dinner the night before could lead to more toilet time, even if you aren't running a marathon the next day. And race day gels with lactose or fructose as their main carbohydrate source, as opposed to straight glucose, can be harder for some people to digest. See, we do biology here at the Brute and the Fruit, in addition to shit jokes.
Poopy joke.
But sometimes the day runs just happen no matter what you've done to prepare. In that case, runners recommend noting ahead of time where the portable toilets will be on the route and tucking some toilet paper or baby wipes in your pocket or fanny pack. Great advice. No better advice has ever been uttered by anybody in the history of planet Earth.
Besides, don't forget to bring a towel.
Or you can take
Too
Torlickson's
bad
unconventional
we can't get
advice
Mads
and keep
anymore.
going.
I know.
Quote, if I had stopped in a porta potty, who knows what would have happened?
You would have shit in the
Unquote.
toilet and not your
No,
pants.
I feel like she is more philosophical. You know, like what if she went into the porta potty, then when she came out, she was mugged and raped by some guy,
Or she
gorilla
stumbled.
style.
There's a step when you get out of the porta
Oh,
potty.
and
she
twisted
cracked her
leg.
ankle.
Yep, and then she can never run again because of the compound fracture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that could happen when you're distracted by the shit in your pants. But
Just stop and think about the question, though. If I had stopped in a porta potty, who knows what would have happened?
What if there
my
was
God.
someone waiting in the tank of the porta
That's-
potty to grab her?
that's anything in life. You could
What
just,
if-
who
Right, but
knows
you're,
what could
you're
happen?
not always running a marathon. So what if you stepped out of the porta potty and it's, oh shit, 15 years have passed.
You need
I
to
stepped into a
know.
wormhole.
Yeah, that porta potty happens. The one porta potty that she went to was a wormhole.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got. I don't know if it's possible to poop while running, but I will try. I didn't want one poop to mess it all up, or it just came out and I felt a lot better.
Oh, but and then also this one. If I had stopped at a porta potty, who knows what would have happened? That should be on the list of t-shirts.
That's the shirt right there. That's the shirt right
Because
there.
it's philosophical. There's
Yeah.
there's so much to digest from
Yeah,
that.
you have to think about it. It's so thoughtful.
Yeah. God, it's beautiful.
It's nonsense.
Not at all. It's genius.
That's you could say that you could say if I had stopped at blank, who knows what would have happened?
Plato,
that would be
Socrates,
anything. Yeah.
Right.
idiots compared.
So the porta potty is just a stand-in for all the decisions that we make in our lives.
This is seriously like one of the dumbest things.
If
If
I
I
would've
had
gone to
stopped
the
at a
strip-
porta
if I
potty,
would've stopped at the
who
strip
knows
club,
what would have
Who
happened?
knows what would have happened?
Yeah. If
Okay.
I would have taken exit 176
No
instead
one
of
knows.
179, like
That's
Who knows what
everything.
would have happened?
who knows?
Oh my god, how's this even a...
Who know if I would have missed the right turn heading on I-5
If I
north,
would have known that Filigreen filters were $250 a pop, who knows? Like, if I would have been able to,
give him away?
like, not give them away.
Yeah,
right.
you shouldn't have.
Well, no, but like we said, it's more complicated than that. It's business. It's more in depth than just.
Well, what business is he doing? You give two of them away for $50?
No, I sold 2 of them for $50. I gave 2 away as gifts,
What?
last minute gifts. I know a lot of people have birthdays around this time of year.
Yeah, it's Christmas time, damn near.
You should be lucky I got $50 for those 2 anyways.
You got $50 for 2?
Yes. They had 2 sinks.
So dumb. So dumb.
Again, it's marketing.
Upstairs, downstairs. I feel like that's the route to take. That's the route I've been taking.
Yeah, you could have got $500 out of it. You could have said, it's 1 for 3, but I'll sell you 2
It
for
works
5.
like
That's my philosophy on life.
This is an
You know what?
upscale-
It's upstairs or it's downstairs.
no, but but that's what I'm saying. These people have big house. That's my new.
I thought you meant metaphorically,
Well,
sexually speaking.
No, my new sales
Sexually
approach.
speaking.
My new sales approach is going to be like, because that's just going to double the numbers right there. Look, I made 1 sale, but it was for 2 units. You know what I'm saying?
And they're gonna
You
want to
sold them
get.
for 1/10 of what they should have been.
I was unaware of that.
Don't know if we need to continue talking about business on air. Like this is stuff we can talk about afterwards.
You know, the
'cause-
meeting that we were supposed to have.
I'm gonna look.
You
at
were
my,
late
I'm
'cause
looking at
you
my
were-
stocks.
You were late to our pre-show meeting because of some prayer circle you were part of or whatever with your children.
I'm only down 11%. Fuck.
This is your stock portfolio.
Yes. I'm gonna. Well, you know what they say: buy it while it's going down. So
Yeah, buy it on the dip and sell it on the high.
cost average.
That's
dollar
how I
cost
made all
averaging
my kind of money.
all the money you made.
Yeah.
Maybe you can pay for those fucking filters.
No, those filters will pay for themselves.
Yeah.
I need $100
In
per filter
dividends.
minimum. Okay. Just to break even.
You're
Now
not gonna-
you tell us so.
I was
You
thinking,
guys
I was like,
didn't
we got
read what I
gifts.
sent you.
We had
When I
sent to our
gave you
homes.
the
I was like,
filter, yeah, they come with a sheet.
well, I don't look at sheets.
I don't do paperwork. I
Sheets
told you that. I said, Tim, I'll sell whatever kind of
Yeah.
trinkets or doodads that you're trying to hawk on people. I'm not doing paperwork.
Yeah, I got plenty of sheets on my own
guys.
bed.
RTFM. Read the fucking manual.
I don't know who Manuel is.
I do.
Yeah.
He's a friend of
got
mine.
a couple of our filters probably.
Manuel was a friend of mine. So come on, oh come on. No, Jenny was a friend of mine.
Oh,
The Killers. Anyways, I'm just saying you should be happy that we got $50 for them, you know? People wouldn't, I'm telling you, I was like, guys, this is
Those
the
are
best
not the
party
right-
you're ever gonna have, and all it's gonna cost you is, I'm not gonna lie to you, I pitched it at 150 because I thought the 250 was a bit ridiculous. I didn't want to get laughed out of the home.
You're advertising to poor people. That's not what this is for, okay? Wealthy people want to spend money to show that they have wealth.
So mine is just supposed to show up to gated communities with a wagon full of water filters, like some kind of creepy fat paper boy.
No, you're supposed to use advanced marketing techniques on the metaverse. Okay?
So now I have to start selling water filters on the metaverse.
Yes.
So, but isn't the water in the metaverse going to be perfect already because it's part of the meta
You're still
world?
well, no,
Made out
you
of
still have
water.
to get points in the metaverse in order to get decent filtrated water.
Now, how do they give you that water? Like they tap in somewhere in your hands or
Well,
your eyes?
you're in an IV drip.
You're gonna
the
have
entire
to.
time that you're.
We're not to that point yet, guys. We're trying to sell water filters.
Well, I know
still.
we're still 5 years away from that, but
So at least a few.
The Oculus IV drip.
brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg, the alien from outer space, Mr. Skin Suit from the Andromeda Galaxy. He's gonna be the
Please
one.
be-
He's gonna be the
please
one
don't.
deciding what water we're allowed to put into our bodies.
We're very respectful of your efforts, Zuck. Are we done with the stories?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh. All right.
Sign off time?
Sign off time.
Are we there already?
We're there already. What a
We've
great
actually been
time.
going pretty
God.
long.
Time really flies when you're creating great content.
Yeah. So if you want to email us, you get us up at brute.n.fruit@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at brute_n_fruit. On November 13th, we're going live on Twitch with AEW Full Gear. Should be a good time.
Watch us. Listen. Don't look at me.